We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, wow! Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers. Oh, welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com and Twitch and Kick and everywhere else in the world, especially SidescrollersPlus.com. What's going on, everybody? Hey, it's Finish Strong Friday. Are you ready? You are? It's great to see you guys. Hello, I'm Stuttering Craig. We got a big show. So much to talk about, and I'm glad you're with us today as we mosey on in to the weekend with, of course, the Princess of Guam herself. It's Blabs.
Sometimes I get demoted to princess. Some days I'm a queen. Some days I'm just a peasant. But anyway, hi everybody.
Say 95% of the time, peasant.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I felt like maybe I was going to introduce you with a bunch of abadaboomies, yeah?
No.
Speak of your language.
You're just speaking English. That's like a good chunk of the chat's language too.
No, I mean the chat understands what I'm saying. Manicari, pizzaroli. Hey Vera, what's going on?
Not much.
See, the chat knows. This is true sign language right here. See, chat. What am I saying right here? See, they know. They'll translate it in the chat. It's good.
For sure.
Yeah, it's good. Vera, what's going on with you?
Not much. Happy to be here.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Well, we're glad you're with us today. As always, a wonderful Friday with Bear Dark. We have a call-in Friday today. It's their special members-only Side Scrollers Plus call-in show at the tail end where we spend a little extra time hanging out. We haven't done it in a few weeks, so we're glad to be hanging out with you guys today after the show with our super special call-in fun time. Big show today. Lots going on. We're going to be talking ketchup, mustard, plain talk today. We got hashtags ending. That's right. We have an industry veteran returning to the space. We're talking the Street Fighter movie and how they are, I think, nailing the casting. We're going to get to that. We have a recap. Vera's going to recap the Capcom Spotlight for us, which I can't wait for that. I bet you didn't know you were doing that today, Vera, huh?
I didn't, but I'm here.
That's right. I saw you watching it last night, so it's there.
Yep.
A couple of our friends are on a hit list, the Vtuber hit list, hence the title of today's show. Kirsche and Leaflit have been made a hit list, which we're going to be getting into that a little bit later on. Nintendo has ruined Mario Kart, my God, and finally Mr. Beast has caved to the mob. Good God. We got a loaded show today as we finish strong here on this wonderful Friday. If you guys are new to the show, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Of course, hit the thumbs up button because every thumbs up, guys, equals one potato. Right, Blabs?
That's right. I wasn't really sure what to make for a poll, and I was like, everybody loves potatoes. So
Potatoes are so good.
Oh,
They're
God.
elite.
It's
Okay.
like in the Lord of the Rings, boil them, mash them, put them in stew.
Okay,
Yes.
let's
Potatoes.
let's throw a light just on today's show real quick. Just a little bit of potentially just blow the whole thing up. What is the best way to eat a potato? What is the best,
Cooked.
No.
That means everything.
Stop.
Wow.
No,
I
specifically.
agree.
Specifically, best way to eat a potato: fried, baked. Go down the list. We got it in chat. This is a question for you guys, and maybe this is our question of the day. Best way to eat a potato: is it French fries? Is it a baked potato? Is it boiled?
Chat says with your mouth.
True.
Hey,
someone
that
clip
just
that, please.
involves like everything.
No,
From
no.
baked to the fried to the roasted.
Scalloped. Scallop,
Ooh,
perhaps.
scalloped potatoes are good.
Let's go. My wife likes this thing called cheesy potatoes, which are more or less hash browns, like baked in with like a ton of sour cream and all sorts of crap thrown in it. It's something you eat once a year, like for Easter. So, yeah, throw it out there, chat. Let us know. Maybe gnocchi, perhaps, Blabs. That's potato balls, right?
Don't try to sit with me.
What is this? Do you snob? What is it? What is that? I'm trying to relate to you, Blabs. You're pulling the chair back.
Yeah.
What is that about?
Wait
I'm
for
over
me,
here-
man.
I'm trying to tell you. You want some gnocchi, Blabs? Hey, bada boom, the potato gnocchi. Huh?
Blabs is so unamused.
I'm so like like how the Queen Elizabeth is like one is not amused. That's me right now.
It's ridiculous. It's unbelievable, Blabs, how mean you are today.
Only to you.
Did
Vara
you-
can come sit with me any day. It'll be fun.
Oh, Vera,
Wow.
whatever you do, don't talk about gnocchi, though.
No,
Whatever
she
you
can do that. It's just you, Craig.
Oh,
You're the
wow.
problem.
Okay, I'm the
She's
problem.
so nice to me.
That's ridiculous. I don't even understand what's happening. Is this some sort of girls thing that's happening right here? Some weird
No, I
girls
just don't
dynamic?
like you right now. You're
Why
doing
are
the
you
whole
so
thing.
focused on gender, Craig?
Yeah.
Well, I see two.
This is
Listen,
Jeez.
I got news,
Disgusting.
Blabs. I got news for you, Blabs.
my God, you're gay.
I didn't even have to remind you. I'm so proud of you
We
for
did
getting
it.
that.
We got a new one. Actually, I want to thank Cecil for sending that over right there.
Perfect. Thank you, Cecil.
Which was Cecil. Thank you for sending that my way. That's from the from American Pie. Which, hey, what a great tie-in! You guys can watch our watch through of American Pie right now over on Side Scrollers Plus, which was really fun. Did that with Eric and You Me in the Eric and You Me in the Movies and Cecil from Good Bad Flicks. Great dudes, really fun. In addition to that, we also have Blabs playing Contra 3: The Alien Wars right now, exclusive to Side Scrollers Plus. If you'd like to slowly put a drill on your temple and have it insert your brain, that's exactly what it's like. So enjoy that. I know I did a great job selling it. Next week, the final recorded version of Blabs Versus before we're doing it live the following week. Blabs is playing TMNT Turtles in Time. Some would say the second best beat 'em up of all time when it comes to Ninja Turtles, behind the most recent one. What's the most recent one called? I forgot.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm blanking on it. I blanked. God damn
Hold
it.
on, I'll look it up. Shredder's Revenge.
Shredder's Revenge. Yes,
Yes.
they know
Okay,
it.
yeah,
That's good. Thank you. The chat's gonna
I was
be like,
looking it up
"Idiot."
to make sure I wasn't insane, but we're not insane.
We are not most of the time. So we're there, and we got Call-In Friday today. So look, we got so much stuff going on. We got big announcements coming up. We have a lot. And by the way, make sure you guys tune in on Monday because we're going to be talking about what's going on the following week. So make sure you guys are here for that. Lots going on coming up. We're glad you're with us. We always like to start the show with Today in Gaming History. Vera, do you want to play the game, or did you already see?
I've already seen.
Okay, well, I guess that's no fun then because I already saw it
No.
as well. Hey, good job, Sam, over on X posting it. So, Blabs, give us the rundown of all the games you missed.
What do you mean all the games I missed?
What do you think I mean?
Anyway, so June 27th, everybody, which is crazy to think because this month has absolutely flown by. Anyway, Shockwave was released in 1994. Mischief Makers was released in Japan in 1997. And the very disappointing Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens video game was released back in 2016. Yay!
Okay, well, you did good with Mischief Makers. That's obviously a good one. Shockwave for the 3DO. I don't think anybody would expect to be on the list, but it is a 3DO game, and that's
Well, I
fine.
thought it would be interesting, so you're welcome.
Samurai Spirits was definitely noticeable right here, but that's definitely a noticeable miss. War Jets. I've never played it, but I want to play it simply because it's called War Jets.
It sounds cool.
I feel like I want to buy that. I don't even know where that IP is. I just want to buy it. Or maybe I'll just make War. The Z at the end. That's what does it right there. It's War Jets. So there's that. The Fantastic Four game for the Game Boy Advance. I'm sure everyone's going out with that. Micro Machines version 4. I didn't know they did version 3. Wow. For the PSP. Blabs, I can't believe you didn't put Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest for the Game Boy Advance.
Well, I never played it, and I did play the Lego Star Wars, so I figured I can be like, well, that one was really disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
All I did was extend it because it was based on one movie, and so they like filled it out and stretched it, and it was not the
Yeah.
greatest.
Okay. Sin and Punishment, star successor there for the Wii 15 years ago. 15 years ago. Rogue Legacy for the PC right there. Sniper Elite. Man, people love those Sniper Elite games. And people also love World of Tanks. God, I can't believe how much money that... Blab, can you do a quick glance to see how much money World of Tanks has made?
Ooh, it's got to be
Okay.
so much money.
Like over or under $2 billion, Vera?
I don't know. I kind of want to say over.
Yeah, I maybe.
Okay. The World of Tanks franchise has generated $7 billion in revenue as of 2024, according to Reddit. Woo! Thanks Blitz, the mobile version has contributed to over $1 billion in lifetime revenue, according to VentureBeat. The game's success is largely attributed to its microtransaction model, with the PC version alone generating over $500 million in revenue in a single year.
Guys, I can't figure out why the mainstream industry pushes microtransactions so much. It's a shocker.
$7 billion.
And that's for World of Tanks.
Yes.
Woo.
So next time you're laughing at your favorite streamer being sponsored by World of Tanks, remember, it's all about that bling bling, y'all. Let's go. Oh my gosh. They can afford it. That's all I'm saying. I feel like Tamagotchi Plaza has been released today for the last week, according to this list, Blabs. I feel like it's been at the tail end. So
actually, I put that in the document for today,
You did?
Yes. I thought it was kind of a cool little trailer for Nintendo Switch 2.
I don't see that. Where is it?
Well, you see, you literally completely skipped mine on the Nintendo section and made your own Nintendo section.
Uh-huh.
Always cool. Anyway, I put it in the document before you even started your Nintendo section.
It's because you're the best, Blabs. That's why. So let's see what this is. Oh, we got to turn it up.
Is finally open. In Tamahiko Town, you can enjoy a variety of shops, including the dentist, eyewear shop, and more. Hearing about the shop's rising reputation, new customers have arrived. Tamagotchi that visit the shop are registered in your guest list.
It's honestly a bit disappointing.
See a different side of them.
I was hoping like something nicer and something cooler, and this looks...
Care.
You're literally asking me about Tamagotchi in the first place. Then I pull it up saying I'm not impressed by it, and you go, I don't care. So why ask me in the first place?
Well, you said you Blabs. You said it's kind of disappointing. I don't, So I was just doing everybody a favor. That's all.
Yeah, I never had a Tamagotchi, so I have no connection to the franchise. Yep.
I used to have like 3 of them, and like one of them was a white one and it was a lot bigger than the others. And now I have a Harry Potter Tamagotchi that I never opened yet.
See, I kind of want to get one now.
You should.
I kinda
See how I can keep it alive until you get bored with me and be like, I don't want to play with you anymore. And you're like Toy Story.
Toy Story. Yeah.
All right. Well, sorry, Blabs, for disrespecting your Tamagotchi.
Disrespectful, oh God. Dead ass, no cap. Just put the fries in the bag. Potatoes.
It always comes back for potatoes, doesn't it, Blabs?
They're coming back like Jen Psaki.
What the fuck is happening today? I don't understand what's happening. All right. Well, Blabs is off to a rip-roaring start. She's in prime Blabs form, which is wonderful. What?
I laughed and I muted myself at the same time. They're asking if I'm glitching out. Guys, I'm in the Matrix.
You seem to be glitching out in a weird way.
Maybe my cappuccino's finally kicking in.
I was going to say, you were talking about how exhausted you were.
I am. I'm like into
You're getting the energy.
Yeah.
We do have our big Montez goal today. Let's see if we can hit it and finish strong on this wonderful Friday. Finish with a big, strong Montez, hitting our $10 super chats to finish up the week. Let's see if we can get there today, as we're off to a great start. By the way, as people like Wes saying, Blabs, you didn't read my 3 super chats yesterday, so I'm reposting them. So just heads up. Sometimes when Kirsche is on, we have like a big show. It's very hard to read like all the supers, so that's why we make sure we put them on the bottom of the screen as best we possibly can.
Every single one was shown yesterday.
Yes,
FYI.
we may not have an opportunity to read them, but in the interest of time, just know that we genuinely appreciate them, and we can't do the show without you guys. So whether it's 1 or in 50 or 100, just know we appreciate them all. Wes says, I'm with Blabs on this one. Andrew was in other films. He's been in Red Riding. Oh, we were talking about the Spider-Mans yesterday. We were playing FMK, fuck, Mary Kill, Vara, when it came to the Spider-Mans and Captain Americas and stuff. So there was a big discussion between the Spider-Mans. It was very impressive. 2, play the PS2 version of Rumble Roses. It's so much better than the 360. And 3 was about Black Desert shutting down only on last gen. Thank you very much, West, for your support yesterday and today, and as always. The Paladin says the BS hit list, more like a hit list as these VTubers are a hit and the BS weirdos are seething about it. Yeah, we'll get to that. Wolf and Wing says Craig is late and hates normal men. No, I love normal people. So you
Normal
Oh,
retard.
you almost got caught there.
Yep. Wolf and Wings, thank you very much. Alejandro says, I see someone's a fan of the Into the AM t-shirts. I love their shirts too. Yeah, Alejandro, they you can go to intotheam.com/sidescrollers. I legitimately wear their shirts pretty much every day. I bought a ton of them. They were a sponsor of our show. It's not just a bit. I'm not just saying it for the money. I'm saying it because I like it. Tamamo says, the best potato I ever had were roast potatoes cooked with goose fat.
Sounds fancy.
That's a high quality super chat right there. Thank you, Tamamo. Appreciate that.
You know what I've always wanted to try? That all these hoity-toity people have always tried? What's it called? That when it's a pigeon? Isn't it like squab or something like that?
You want to try pigeon?
Apparently it's a delicacy. Isn't that weird? I kind of want to see for myself. Like, is it actually good, you know?
You know what I want to try? Tenarian's favorite bird that he eats over
Puffin?
Puffin. Tenarian over here slicing puffin neck.
Quail!
Oof.
It's crazy.
Is it quail?
Mike Lee, the prude whisperer, says Texas is officially a nanny state now. Expect more age verification laws to be created because parents don't parent and want to dictate what adults do.
It's always about control.
No, I'm right, chat, by the way. Squab is unfledged pigeons that are raised for food. I was right. Ha ha.
Unfed?
Unfledged.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Because like, what's the point? They're just anorexic.
yeah. Kataka says, World of Tanks sponsor incoming, Craig? 1,000%. Let's get on that. Let's go. Mercenary says, morning, Craig. You're fired. You missed for missing my supers. We didn't miss them. We didn't. They were run. Just so you know, we appreciated them all. Thank you, Mercenary, for your support. ADD.
Damn it. Anyway, every single one is on the screen.
Every single one. It says, recently found this channel. Blabs is funny.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thanks, ads. Give it up for Graham with the $50 super Blabs. Fire away.
I'm trying to find tits. Oh, they're there.
Thank you. There you go. Says, ahoy. Today marks 3 months sober after my beta test with death from OD. Man, Graham, we're glad you're with us. Just wanted to say thanks to everyone for all the well wishes and support. It helps more than you know. Well, that and my wife kicking my ass for being an idiot. Montez Meatbags. Hey, Graham, just so you know, Vara, Graham OD'd, I think from fentanyl, I believe is what he said. Graham is straightened up, found God. Maybe. I don't know if he knows. But all he knows is that Graham is good. And Graham, we thank you for your support, man. We're obviously more than your support.
Congrats.
We're glad that you're alive. That's the most important thing. Yeah. Kaiju says, YouTube Super Chats been preventing me from sending this message. I just want to say I tried cucumbers on a taco and I actually liked it. Listen, Kaiju, I'm sorry. I can't. Your Super Chat is breaking up. I can't understand what's happening. It's gone.
Cucumbers on a taco?
Yeah, I don't even know what's on to that. Are you sure you didn't have a pita? Maybe, perhaps, Kaiju? Did you was it on a shell? Was it a pita that you had, perhaps? Did you go to it, did you incorrectly think you were in a Mexican place, but it was actually a Mediterranean place, perhaps? Maybe that's what was going on right there. I don't know. Jared says, I like to eat potatoes mashed. And you know who I think would be a great guest to come on the show? The background NPC. Yeah, I've
reached out to her.
I've DM'd her as well.
Responded.
Yeah, so
we have
let her know in the comments that she should come on our show. Not our comments, but her comments. If you guys watch the show,
we want her on. Okay.
Jay Thomas says fries or German cloth type of potato dumpling.
Cool.
Nice. Mercenary says you didn't even show mine. Let's read them.
Yes, we literally did show every single one of them.
Well, I'm reading it double today, Mercenary. You didn't even show mine. Let's read them. How's that? Thanks, Mercenary. Ad says, Craig, what's your favorite Nintendo game? Super Mario Bros. 3. World of Gaming for 20 says, hello, side scrollers. Would you like to, do you like it when a Gen Z plays a retro game and fails miserably? To get ready for the next DK game, I present Gen X versus Gen Z in a DKC race, July 12th at, okay, there you go. Well, thank you, World of Gaming, for your support, and good luck with your special programming that you're doing over there. It's wonderful. All right, guys, thanks so much for your support. Let's hit our Montez goal today. We genuinely love it. We love hanging out with you guys on a day-to-day basis, and we're glad you guys have made us a part of your day, which is great. But listen, enough goofing around, ladies. I'm sorry to break the news to you. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment, including Dark Side Phil's. It's time for hard news. In the world of condiments, ladies, there's really two main toppers: ketchup and mustard. And to start our show today in the most Blabs way possible, she decided she'd like to talk about these condiments. So I will turn the floor over to Blabs. What is happening, Blabs?
Okay, so you guys remember how previously Kirby was partnering with ketchup, like Heinz, and they're releasing a whole new line? Well, now they've also released like a little adorable keychain.
That is
And listen,
cute.
I'm not like a big Nintendo fan. I don't really care about Kirby, but I have to say that is pretty adorable. Obviously, it's gonna be a limited edition collectible for those Nintendo hardcore fans out there. So I thought we would, see what it looked like, and I gotta be honest, pretty damn cute. So let me know in the thoughts, in your chat, if you guys think it's cute or not.
Hold on, Blabs. What do you think it's going to look like? You said you wanted to see what it looked like. It's going to look exactly like this. What?
It's cute. What? They could have made it like really ugly, and like look how nice the stitching is and everything, and the patchwork, and it looks nice. It's actually like high quality keychain.
She's worried we're gonna get a Fallout 76 canvas bag situation where they
man.
show us one thing and then it's a completely different one.
Listen. There's a lot of stuff out there that is absolute shit quality. This isn't one of them. So.
Well, that's great news, Blabs. Thanks for sharing.
Look, and even the chat's like, hey, embroider, that's cool. So you know what? Fuck you, Craig.
Wow, so mad. Didn't know you took your ketchup so seriously. It's crazy.
It's the collectibles I care about.
Oh, it's the collectibles. She loves ketchup and collectibles.
I like collectibles, yes.
Yes. Would you go out? Would you find? Would you pay for this?
It's Japan, so
what?
Am I gonna fly to Japan just for a Kirby keychain? Absolutely not. No.
Craig, are you paying for this business trip?
Yeah, you taking me to Japan and just leaving me there and I'll go and explore on my own? I'm down for that.
No, I'm not. But Blabs, you don't need to fly to Japan to get a keychain. You just order it on Amazon or something.
You know that's not how the Force works, right? Because it's sold in Japan. You're gonna have to buy it like on eBay or something,
or like a Japanese retailer.
Exactly.
Might ship it to
Amazon.
the US. Right.
Still cheaper than flying to Japan. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but part of the experience is part of the experience. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, you know what the best experience is? Ordering it on eBay and having it show up at your door and never
I
having
don't
to leave your
particularly
house.
want it because I'm not a Nintendo collector. This was for the Nintendo fans out there saying, hey, look at this new collectible you got.
Okay, well, congratulations.
You're like giving me a hard time over an embroidered Kirby keychain partnered with Heinz, and I don't know why.
I'm not giving you a hard time at all. I think this is a great thing that you should definitely do. You should fly to Japan to go get this.
Now you want me to fly? 2 seconds ago,
He just said, he just said it was a waste of time.
I did, but I also said I'm not paying for it.
Listen.
What?
Fly me out there.
Okay. You got it, Blabs. There you go. Well, that's good. Well, so there's your ketchup news today. What about the mustard, Blabs?
Right, so there's a new mustard coming out. Apparently this was announced weeks ago by Heinz, but it's only now taking off, and it's called mustard! Quite literally like that. Look how many A's there are in there.
What is it? What is this tied to? Why is this guy attached to it?
If you read the caption, it literally tells you.
No, I didn't read that. There you go.
Heinz has released a Chipotle honey mustard.
Wait.
It's available at Buffalo Wild Wings until July 14th before rolling out to retailers. I have no idea who that rapper guy is.
Hold on. You said read the caption. It tells you why. It literally doesn't tell you why.
I thought it did. Does it not say in the tweet below?
It might in the actual article.
Because I found it also on Instagram, and there's no explanation about the rapper.
He was the one who did the Super Bowl. His name's Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Oh, him.
Yeah.
Blabs over here, not even reading the article.
No, because listen, I went to this course. I went to Instagram itself, the Heinz Instagram account, and they didn't even have anything about the freaking thing. Yeah, don't play that. You're gonna get hit.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, that's good.
There you
We
go.
got the Heinz mustard drop here. Wait, there's a At Mustard over on Instagram.
There's an at for everything.
Wow. Chipotle honey mustard early on.
I don't know. You
Buffalo.
gotta do louder.
Mustard. Is that right?
You just made it more gay. I said louder.
I was gonna
Mustard!
say that
Yeah, I know it did sound. It did sound
Yeah.
kind of gay, didn't it?
sounds Happy Jude.
Mustard. Well, okay. Well, there you go. Listen. You go to
Let me
Japan.
try it, chat. It's limited edition.
It's limited. Yes, it's only limited edition until they decide to.
No, it literally says limited edition on the bottle, and until supplies left. And what they say, like until like what was it, July or something like that, and then they're out.
That's good. Yellow mustard, right there. That's
Will
good.
this sell out as quickly as the Sydney Sweeney bathwater?
See,
Probably not.
these are the questions that Vera's not afraid to ask, which I appreciate.
Yep. Journalism at its finest.
It's true. You may be the pinnacle of video game mustard journalism out
That's
there.
me.
Congratulations, Vera. You did it. You've peaked. So of the two, Blabs, Kirby ketchup or mustard?
Well,
Which
I don't
one are
really
you more
like
excited about?
mustard, so I'm gonna go with the Kirby ketchup.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's kind of weird. You don't
Yeah,
like
you-
mustard?
I'm not
You don't
big
like
fan of
honey
mustard.
mustard?
I like honey
Dijon?
mustard barbecue,
Yellow?
like potato
Like,
chips.
I guess.
What's
I don't
the
really like
best,
the mustard.
best condiment, Vera?
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise is pretty good. Yeah. I feel like chat's gonna roast me for this. I'm kind of a relish person.
Hmm.
You mean you relish in the relish?
I do.
That says blue cheese. That's
Nah.
a bit.
Oh,
Yeesh.
disgusting.
Oh my.
Yes.
Oh God, I hate
like
blue
blue
cheese.
Don't worry, I like blue cheese, Des. Although I wouldn't say it's a favorite.
Des, what are we talking
Shut
about?
up, Craig. You don't like pickles, mayonnaise, olives, capers. What else?
You know what I love? Barbecue sauce. The king of all condiments.
Barbecue sauce.
You can put barbecue sauce on a sock and I'll eat it.
I feel like that's an
ridiculous.
answer a 7-year-old would give.
He has the palate
Barbecue
of a
sauce?
7-year-old.
Yeah.
I
He
do?
really does. Yes,
Yeah.
you do.
What are you talking about?
Did we not just have this conversation about all things you don't like and how you eat like a
Yeah.
little bird for like Texas food
Kind of
only?
weird.
What are you talking about, Blabs? I try all the foods. I eat all. It's not
All
like
the
I eat,
foods of Texas, and then you like shit on everything else. You're like, ah.
okay, Miss Italian princess queen lady who pulls up the ladder as soon as she. Just saying, like, what are we talking about here?
At
Don't
least I try stuff.
listen. You try
You know,
stuff.
that's actually
Like
good and
Olive
not
Garden?
plastic. As long as it's not plastic, you know? I'm not gonna
You
fucking
want-
go to Olive Garden and eat plastic.
You
I can just go to
refuse-
McDonald's and have the
you-
exact same experience.
You refuse to step into Olive Garden. Don't
I've
give me
already
this
been
nonsense
there. Why would I
about
want to go back? Hello.
unbelievable.
Mom and dad are
Blabs.
fighting. Stop.
Vera, this is unbelievable. How she's just trying to pass the blame on to me. I can't even deal with it.
Because I won't go to one restaurant that means the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, logic
It does.
escapes you.
it's good. Hey, David came in and says, great. Now Nintendo can sue you for eating ketchup.
That's true.
On stream, yeah. Imagine streaming with ketchup.
Oh, man. Mercenary says, to yesterday, Pirate Soft is a malicious liar. He has DRM and will be forced to finish his game heartbound. He wants to leave in early access if Stop Killing Games passes. Yes, thank you for that. ADD says, Blabs, what's your favorite Harry Potter movie?
Chamber of Secrets.
Suna Soul Silver says, I know Craig got turned off on seeing Wuthering Way for the first time, but I'd rather get you a sponsor with them over Raid Shadow Legends. No, I didn't get turned off by Wuthering Way, but I just didn't know what I was looking at. So thank you. ADD ads came back, says, what's your favorite gaming console? Super Nintendo.
It's a good one.
Young Stove says, I used to like Blabs, but her tism is cringe as fuck.
Don't worry, it's not for everybody.
Chihiro says, fly to Japan and make it a business side-scroller's expense, Blabs.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Man. It's been a couple months since I've been to Japan.
Oh.
Starting to itch.
Ruddy says, here's some random news. Switzerland women's football team, soccer team, lost 7-1 to a boys under 15 team. Have a nice weekend, ladies.
Didn't that happen with like Team USA, the women's team soccer?
Yeah, it happened
There seems
several
to be a
years.
pattern.
Yeah, it happened 7 years ago in Dallas. But I'll tell you, I watched the highlights of what he was talking about. The Switzerland team wasn't even close. it was like they were toying. 7-1 in a soccer game is an embarrassment. Like you're so outmatched. So yeah, but yeah, keep telling us how it's like an equal playing field here. It's like I would think that women's national teams at this point probably will never play any boys soccer team ever again.
You're just a bigot for saying that.
Well, I'm maybe a bigot for recognizing that when it says 15 and under, that means they're 14-year-old boys.
Yeah.
Like, so the 14-year-old boys beat all the 20-something-year-old women who are representing their country.
How bad are these Switzerland players too? Like,
now,
what's their level?
Yeah.
I will say this. Their goalie was dog shit. Like the Switzerland goalie, she made some bad plays. She just gave the ball up a couple times. But so a couple of those like the first 2 goals that I watched, I was like, oh, that was the goalie's fault. And they're really bad. And then there was a third one that the goalie should have had that slipped off her fingers. It was bad. But 7-1 is not only the goalie's fault. I'll tell you that right now. So yeah, thanks for the update on that. And go women. Reese says,
wait. I gotta read this like etiquette. Not just the Swiss, but the Australian, the US teams too. Okay, sorry. Keep going.
Thank you. Gaming says, Luigi in World of Gaming Part 2. Well, thank you. We'll do that. Reese says, some people like pickles, others like ketchup, and some prefer catsup.
What?
Don't bring that malarkey in here.
What the hell is catsup?
It's how some people say ketchup.
Where?
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
In Retard Island.
Yes, on Retarded Island, Blabs. Steven says, no normal man would fly to Japan for a keychain. Normal men would fly to Japan for the culture, the food, and Godzilla. See, Steven, you get it. Thank you. Infamous says, what underrated, underappreciated series do you love that you wish more people would play? Mine would be the Yakuza Like a Dragon Judgment series. Ooh, good question.
It's a good one.
Vera, do you have an underappreciated series that you love that other people don't?
I don't know.
I'm looking back on my games here. You know what I'd love to see a remake of? And this is gonna piss some people off. There's a game on the Nintendo Entertainment System called Faxanadu. And that was a really good game for its day. Just do yourself a favor. Check out Faxanadu. It's not a series, but vastly underrated Nintendo game.
There's a game that came out that it was popular. And when I hear people talk about it, it usually is received pretty positively. And that's Dante's Inferno. I don't necessarily want a remake or a remaster. They were supposed to once long ago in a galaxy far, far away do that. But even though it's a standalone, it's an amazing game.
What about you guys? What's the game or franchise that's a really good question that you think wish more people would know? Ian says, congrats to the member of the Heinz marketing team who has just been vindicated over the last 15 minutes. That's right. They did it. Thank you, Ian. Tamamo says the question is proper mustard with actual kick or the weak sauce mustard with no bite. I like the traditional yellow mustard personally. That's just my thoughts on that. So, Jonathan says gaming journalist says that Kingdom Hearts is not gay enough. Could gaming journalists just F off, please? Yeah. Did you see that article? Who wrote that? Which was that? Was that The Gamer?
It was The Gamer, yeah.
Ah, yes. The beacon of video game journalism.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
It's rich when people who are constantly talking about how harmful it is to like label others, especially when it comes to sexuality, then turn around and label characters based on their sexuality and complain about their sexuality.
Nonstop. It's amazing how that works. Yes. Rio says Kendrick Lamar gave a shout out to his producer DJ Mustard in a song by shouting his name like a Dragon Ball character. Oh, all right. Thanks, Rio, for catching us up on Kendrick Lamar lore. Master
Kendra?
Yeah, he now identifies
gender
as
swap.
That's right. Master Gawa says, while I like Kirsche, savvy, this show has become too much of a circle jerk of borrowed geeks and gamers' big attitudes. Still no Brian Martinez or Honey Badger Arcade, and no Mike of. Okay, well, thank you, Master Gawa. Appreciate that. wouldn't say we're big attitudes at all, but I appreciate that. Okay. And Emperor Creatine says, Squeenix has announced that they will make more turn-based RPGs after the success of Expedition 33, and even highly praised the game. It's almost as if Squeenix listened to the wrong people all these years. Yeah, it's amazing how that works out. Okay, let's move on to our next story. Oh my goodness, here we are. It's time to get on the plane. We haven't done this in a week or so. Blabs is very excited for this. It's time for plane talk.
Plain talk.
Plane talk. Here we go.
Yay.
Yay. Here we are. We have from Defiant L's. Another person acting crazy on a plane over business class. I have not seen this before. Blabs, you have seen this?
I have screened it. It is spectacular.
Oh, this is top tier plane insanity?
I wouldn't say top tier, but her statement is like, okay.
What is it about the plane? I guess, Vera, you wouldn't know because you've never been on a plane, huh?
Oh, damn.
Nope.
Sorry, I was going to toss you a softball there and hopefully you hit it out, but then I realized you've never been on a plane. What is it a fear, Vera?
No, I just never really had anywhere to go.
Oh, we're going to get you on a plane. We're going to do it.
We're gonna play. I'm leaving on a jet plane and everything, and we're gonna throw her on a plane.
What if we, for Vera's first plane trip, we put her on a plane to Japan? She's gonna be on a
Okay.
like seven
Just
for like
so ginger chick sticking out. Konnichiwa.
for like 18 hours. Vera's on a plane. She's just like sitting there, so freaked out.
All right, you hear that, chat? If we hit our Montez goal 10 times over during this stream, Blabs and I are flying to Japan, and we're not leaving until we find the ketchup.
Okay, that's the Montez goal today.
Yeah.
Okay, 10x. Yeah, right. Okay. So let's go to the skies here. Let's check out this video. I've not seen this. Air rage over business class. Here we are.
My back, I pain in my teeth. I am ill. I want my business class, but I need a business class because I was working. So it's a truly the best for me. No, get out! Ah! No!
Wow. So her pain was in her butt.
And her tits. Do you think that would actually fly? Be like, I have pain in my ass and my tits. Give me business class. Like,
I'm gonna bounce from this one. Let y'all talk about.
I don't think that's how it works, man.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it works either.
I mean, I feel like she should go see a doctor instead of flying then.
Probably.
Either she needs like preparation H or she needs like some type of screening.
I mean, as somebody who doesn't know, I know you can have a pain in your butt from sitting a certain way, but can you have a pain up there?
You're in your tits? No, that just sounds like she's got a medical issue.
Yeah, it does.
It really does. Like she needs to get some screening ASAP.
It's like, I'm sorry, you just discovered on the plane at 30,000 feet that you have cancer.
I wasn't trying to say that, but there you are.
No.
Yeah.
Well, there we are. Congratulations, we did it.
I just really like the statement that she says. So the statement is, I have pain in my butt. I have pain in my tits. I am ill.
You know,
Okay, congratulations. You want a sticker?
I saw somebody in the chat say, "Well, she's hot." Okay, let's actually discuss this. Even though
She literally did the Wilhelm scream in the middle of there.
She did.
Let's just play this one more time. And listen, she clearly is nuts, right? Despite not having any, right? She's clearly crazy. But is she kind of crazy hot?
In my back, I pain in my teeth. I am ill. I want my business class.
Wait, why did it freeze? There we are.
But I need a business class because I was working. So it's a truly the best for me. No, get out!
Okay, all right. Just
I need a business class.
I mean, chat.
Their own.
That's a great freeze frame right there. Ah! There. So, chat, how many drinks How many drinks would it take?
Whoever said she's hot needs to be banned.
Chat's like, we miss Samantha.
Yeah, where's Samantha, the wine mom who showed up at King of the Couch? Where's she at? She's gonna live in Side Scrollers lore forever. Great.
What was the other lady's name? I don't even think she said.
No, we had no idea what the other. She was just.
She didn't want to say anything. No.
Yeah, just Samantha's friend. That's all.
Sam and her friend.
Oh man. So there we go. Congratulations, more crazy people in the sky, and I hope to God she had her ailments taken care of. I'm sure somebody on the plane could have taken care of her. There's plane talk.
Plain talk.
All right. Hey, we have some more news from Twitter, or I'm sorry, X, as starting today, actually, Elon Musk has said hashtags will be banned on X, which is kind of crazy because that's pretty much how the whole hashtag thing started, whole trending thing. So to see X turning around and being like, nah, we're not even going to allow it. Pretty interesting. Vara, any thoughts on the banning of hashtags?
I think that it's kind of silly. Now, maybe there is a larger reason, but he says it's because of aesthetics. I think that's kind of silly. Like, maybe fix the platform and get rid of all the bots before you start worrying about removing hashtags.
The bot thing is interesting because, he thought he was going to be able to take care of that with making everybody pay. Right. Yeah. It was like, well, now but then he gave everybody the opportunity to monetize. So now the bots are worse because everybody can make money. The bots actually make money by monetizing, which there's. And
I know that the hashtag removal is only on ads, but it still just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Yeah. So I guess that's kind of an end of an era.
When you think about it, like when you search a hashtag, whatever, and the ad shows up, that's how these companies make money and everything. So I don't really see how this makes a whole lot of financial sense.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they found another way to do discovery because that's how you discovered all your stuff on. I guess
it's weird.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, let's keep moving on. Let's talk. I really don't want to talk Disney. Let's talk about an industry icon who's coming back. We got a lot to talk about, Blabs. I don't want to talk Disney today. So we have an industry icon who's coming back to the space. Chris Avellone is joining Adam Williams to work on a new title inspired by, quote, the golden age of RPGs right here. Now, Chris Avellone, I don't know, Vara, maybe you can give us a little background on who Chris Avellone is.
Yeah, I mean, he was one of the co-founders of Obsidian. He was a writer on Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Fallout New Vegas, Knights of the Old Republic 2. He's a very big name, a very influential person in the industry. And just a couple of years ago in 2020, he was essentially Me Too'd. He was accused by multiple people of using his status and for sexual misconduct and harassment towards women during industry conventions. And then a bunch of companies dropped him, like Techland dropped him from working on Dying Light 2. I think they're called Gato Studios. They did the Waylanders, and also Paradox Interactive had said that he worked on an early version of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, and then they completely had overwritten all of his work on that. But then he published a denial of allegations, and then the two main accusers ended up rescinding their accusations, and the lawsuit was settled. And since then, a lot of companies haven't wanted to work with him just because they basically figure, well, if you've been accused of things, there could be some kind of truth in that. But he is an absolute legend in this industry, and it sucked to see what happened to him.
So he's coming back, huh?
Yep, he's coming back. He won in court. He's back in the industry, and I'm happy to see it.
It's funny because if you search his name, all you find, and this is the problem with allegations like this, is all you're going to find are articles like this, right? Talking about women who accuse video game developers, and then you see all the stuff about sexual misconduct and gaming can't. This is from Verge. Gaming can't fix its abuse problem one person at a time. It's like these are all articles that are linked to this person's name, which, whether true or not, will follow them around forever, far, far longer than this stuff, and which is the worst part about it. It's really kind of upsetting. So, so he's coming back doing a new game, which is pretty fun. I'd say that's a lot of people are very excited, especially when you say inspired by the golden age of RPGs.
Whew. Yeah, high expectations, but I definitely think that they can deliver.
Yeah. Going to the actual article over here, Eurogamer says it's a rare opportunity in the industry here. So yeah, very excited. This is now announcing Avallone's new position at Republic Games. Williams said the studio was very excited to work with Chris and shares more details on what players can expect in the upcoming game's arrival here. As you'd expect from the team, our RPGs will be rich, interesting story with a lot of meaningful choices, branches, and endings. Our world will feature a totalitarian regime seeking to crush a rebellion with competing factions and allegiances that the player can join, giving them the full freedom to create a hero or anti-hero they want to be right here. So I'll be interested to see if this article has, yes, here we go. In 2020, Avellone was the subject of sexual harassment allegations, and some chose to distance themselves from the developer. Avellone has cleared these allegations in 2023. So yeah, there you go, right there. Interesting to see kind of what the comments are here. If they're like, let's see. I never really knew the details of the allegations, context behind them. How cleared is cleared? This is where how cleared is cleared.
Right. Even though it's been cleared, there still could be something questionable here.
I think he's a phenomenal writer and world builder, but there'll always be a backlog of games not made by creeps right here. So like this idea as well. How clear is cleared? What a jerky thing to say,
Right. It's basically the mentality of guilty even if proven innocent.
Right. 1000%. What a mess. What a mess. And that's just how the brain goes. So when you see these allegations thrown out there, you are immediately branded, whether true or not.
Mm-hmm.
So what a mess. Well, good for Chris Avellone. Congratulations. Way to go. You did it. You're back. And if it's anything like your previous successes, I'm sure you're going to kill it, and people will be banging to work with you for your future games. So, all right, let's talk a little bit of Hollywood here and video games, movies, and stuff. Did you see the latest castings for Street Fighter 2, the live-action Street Fighter 2, Vara?
Yeah.
This looks pretty good.
It does.
And I think they're actually like, some people are like, this looks like crap. I don't understand it. I think they're nailing it. Yeah. Yep. So 50 Cent is going to be in the Street Fighter movie, and he's going to be playing Balrog, which I think is a wonderful casting for that right there. Just from the look of it, I think he nails it personally. But we're not done. Did you see who got cast as Dan Hibiki in this?
No, I didn't.
Andrew Schultz, which I think is actually pretty good. Like, given his, the comedic timing, and Dan is kind of a comedic character and stuff, he kind of looks like him. I think it actually works pretty well. I think they're doing a pretty good job of this so far.
I personally don't think everything needs to be live actionified. I don't think we always need remakes and remasters and reboots, but seeing this gives me a lot more hope. That's for sure.
We have actually kind of a big issue here. I asked Blabs to put together what are you doing here, Blabs? What
do you mean? I found multiple things for you. And I even made one.
Yes. Okay, hold on. Let's talk about that real quick. I put this together.
What did you wrong?
What do you guys think? Well, okay.
Click it.
Okay, that makes more sense. Okay,
you retard.
Well, no, this looks like two pictures. This looks like you had 50 Cent playing Blanca over here. Okay.
I put two images. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, that's way better. All right. So here are the people who are currently cast in these roles, which, gotta be honest, I mean, this guy doesn't really look like King, but you can put a wig on him, right?
Yeah.
He's not the greatest actor though, so that's Noah. And I've seen him in a couple of things. He's not that great.
Yeah, no, he's not that good. Wasn't he playing He-Man? at one point. Wasn't he supposed to play He-Man, but then wasn't
I
that
don't
the
know
one
about
that got
that.
canceled?
I don't know about that. I know he was in that Adam the Rock movie. He played some guy
Yeah.
in that. I didn't even see that movie, but like I've
Yeah.
seen him in some of the Netflix stuff. Cringe. And I never use that word.
Well,
I
Jason Momoa.
wonder if people are going to start getting Jason Momoa fatigue. I feel like he's in a lot now.
Sure.
And he's a good actor.
Mhm.
I'm not saying he's not, but
I
don't
think
know.
he works as Blanca though. I do.
Yeah.
Like, and 50 Cent as Balrog makes sense. Chun-Li looks good. Let's see the other ones who have cast it. Okay, so you didn't put Dan Hibiki.
I
here.
did. There's an update if you look below, because at first I didn't see that tweet.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so Andrew Schultz as Dan Hibiki. This guy is Ryu. Why does he have his face covered on this?
Every single image I found of him has his mask on.
Okay.
When I was looking for him, I'm like, what the shit? But I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, in a weird way. But Vega is meant to be like the reason he wears a mask is he's so attractive. He doesn't want to hurt his face, right? That's the whole idea. He's very vain. So I guess
Maybe this guy's vain too.
Yeah, and Roman Reigns playing Akuma, I think is killer.
yeah.
I think he nails it right there.
There's a lot of masculinity going on. It's making me uncomfortable. We need
Oh.
to gayify this.
Oh no! Well, that's what Dan Hibiki's there for. But I got to be honest, I think the casting on this is really good so far, and I'm totally on board with what's being thrown down. I did not want a live-action Street Fighter movie. The last live-action Street Fighter movie, I believe, was Legend of Chun-Li. Is that right? And I think that was like the worst, like one of the worst movies ever made. But the casting on this looks pretty good right now. So a lot of these are rumored here, as you can see from the IMDb thing. Jason Momoa being rumored and Noah Centineo over here.
Isn't it
But
Centineo? That's how they say his name?
I don't know. I don't really care. I don't know. But
No idea.
yeah, Joe, and that's Roman Reigns right here. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of on board with what they're throwing down with this Street Fighter remake. Vera, are you interested in this?
I think that most video game movies are kind of trash. I have higher hopes because of the casting, but ultimately we've had way more trash video game movies than we have had major successes like Mario's and Sonic. So I'm cautiously optimistic. I think most of the casting looks pretty solid, but until we actually start seeing like trailers and scenes, I'm gonna stay cautious.
You know, that brings up a really good question. When was the last time we had a successful live action video game movie? Mario animated. I mean, Sonic is a live action movie, but the main character is CGI.
Yeah,
right?
I know a lot of people were not fans of the Alicia Vikander Tomb Raider. I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, I guess people are mentioning Minecraft was obviously live action.
That was
I'm a dummy. Forgot about that. Mortal Kombat was live action. I'm a dummy. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I mean, there have been hits. That makes sense. Sorry, I'm stupid. But maybe this, yes, we know. Thank you, Blabs. Maybe this will be a big hit for this. Because I grew up loving Street Fighter. I've kind of gravitated away from it the last few games.
Yeah.
I just hope they don't try to feature like every Street Fighter character in it, and they stick to like the core like 12 or 16 that were kind of the original cast. Because now like there are characters that I have no idea who's in Street Fighter. I used to know the entire cast, but there's like 50 characters and I have no idea who's in it. So, but yeah, I'm with you, Vera. Cautiously optimistic about this. CTP says a Montez for the Dante's Inferno game.
It's such a good game.
Yeah. Little like the source material, but well made and creative. Rip Visceral Studio.
I know. I'm so sad that all their upcoming games that looked like they were going to be decent were canceled. And then, of course, like Dead Space and it's sad.
And Pause says, I'm down for many types of condiments, but my go-to is indeed barbecue for sure. Well, and Pause, I have bad news for you. Apparently, if you like barbecue sauce, you are a 7-year-old, according to
no,
Pause.
it's also paired with the fact that you're so picky.
There you
I'm
go.
not picky at all.
You
Blab listed
are.
off like 10 things off the top of her head that you absolutely hate.
I don't like pickles. I don't like mayonnaise.
You don't
Oh,
like
you don't like pickles because
like
you can't open the
cheese.
pickle jar. You've
Oof.
never had a pickle.
It's
Fatality.
tough. It's tough. Just because I can't open a pickle jar doesn't mean I don't like pickles. Listen, it's a mental thing for sure. Anthony says it was even more embarrassing. The U.S. women's team that lost to the high school boys was the world champs that year. They won when they were at their peak. Yeah, thank you, Anthony. Tenarian has come in. Says I've been listening to 2 episodes of Side Scrollers while at work. I like to catch up on episodes I previously missed. Both episodes featured Vara, so this is a triple dose. What's her position on eating puffins, by the way?
I don't have any position on it. So I got no stake in the puffin eating game, so.
We need to figure that out. He also said a whopping 4 of my coworkers flaked out with 4 hours to go, so I was alone and had to do the work of 5 men. I was told I'd get the share of their pay, though. That kind of work ethic is why I have job security and how I stay fit. That a boy, Tenarian. Look at you. John came into the 10, says, I like the castings, but Andrew Schultz's Dan doesn't sit well with me. Even though Dan is a joke character, he is still buffed out, and Andrew is very skinny. I'm sure he'll put on some weight for it. Maybe not, Street Fighter weight, but that can be hidden as well, and with like a nice pink gi, And Tenarian also says, Mike, by the way, Tenarian has a crow buddy, like literally started feeding
Kind
him
of like in
things.
Demon Slayer, Vara, where they give him missions and everything.
It's really great. He says, my crow buddy seems to have found a girlfriend, by the way. It's actually pretty cute. I saw them hanging out on the neighbor's roof together this morning. The first Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider was a decent movie. The second one ducked. Thank you, Tenarian. And good luck to your crow friend and his new mate, which is great. Wasp for 10 says, for the love of God, Capcom needs to make a brand new Darkstalkers game. That would print money. And Darkstalkers is great. Ian with the €25 monies says, upgrades to business class now come with free hemorrhoids cushion. Thank you, Ian. Marmalin for 10 says, he is banning it being used to 80s.
Oh my God, fucking hell. He is banning it being used in ads, not as a whole. He's talking about Elon Musk. What is that face?
Oh, ads.
Oh my God, he's frozen. I got it. I screen grabbed it. Yes. Yes. Yes, all right. Got it. Oh my God. Anyway. Thanks, man. You okay, man?
I'm just saying you can literally go back and freeze frame the show at any time.
Yeah, but
Good.
it's better when it's frozen.
Hey, Blabs, I'm going to tell you this right now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to play the freeze frame game with me.
Don't try to blackmail me with things like that. That's not nice. I use internet things, not
Vera?
things that happen off the internet, and you try to harass me. Don't do it.
Vera, I'm going to DM you a picture of Blabs.
You DM'd it to me. You sent it to Mally, and no one's even sent it to me, but I know it exists on your phone. Next time, I'm deleting it off your phone.
You won't be able to do it. It'll be sent to the cloud. I'm just letting you know. Mally, I'm going to let you know that if Blabs decides to post any pictures of me. Oh, okay. Well, Blabs, good luck with that.
You can't do that. You can't just take things that happen off the internet and post it on the internet. At least I'm posting things on the internet that happen on the internet. Play the rules, bro.
There are no rules when it comes to war, Blabs. There are no war. Hey, give it up right here for Mario D, Holly Pine, and AJ, who became Plus members. Love that. Look forward to seeing you guys on our call-in show a little bit later on. Scrap Gamer says, what about video games based movies in other countries? I haven't seen any, so please fill me in. Thanks, Scrap Gamer. Brock Lesnar is for Guile. Let's go. Love that idea. Hafthor Bjornsson or Eddie Hall for Zangief. These are great ideas here. Great. All right, guys, we are closing in on our Montez goal, which is just spectacular. Love to see that. So let's go ahead and hit that today. We're going to move over here. Wow. Okay. Thank you for this, Vera. Just total side note. A side note from yesterday's conversation. We were talking about the Spider-Mans with an FMK. Congratulations, Tobey Maguire, making it to 50 years old today. Thanks for passing this on.
I just can't believe that he's 50.
He's older than Craig. What the fuck?
That's insane.
What?
That's just so weird to me.
Well, because everyone thinks of him like this. Everyone thinks
Exactly. And I'm
he's
like, holy
Spider-Man.
shit, he's actually older than you. Like, that's bizarre.
Yeah.
What's that? Tobey Maguire. Let's see. How do you let's see, Tobey
Oh my god, he's
Maguire
probably like, how do you spell Toby?
today. Let's see. Let's just see what Tobey Maguire looks like today. Just curious.
He actually looks pretty good for 50.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
I'm sure he looks great. Yeah. Because Hollywood actor and stuff. See, there he is. This is him side by side here. Let me pull this up for everybody. Here he was in Spider-Man, and here he is today. Oh, okay, maybe not as good.
50, but he looks pretty good for 50.
Yeah, that happens as you get older. Those wrinkles and
Gonna
stuff.
cry.
No, I know it's. Listen, I'm going to age gracefully, and by
He just
gracefully, I mean
whoosh.
sad. Is that a reference to Spider-Man?
I mean, you wouldn't know, so.
I mean, I saw the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans.
Dude, okay, Vara, let's just have a little heart to heart here. This man, this thing on the panel,
Why are you being
didn't
so
even
mean
know
to
who
me today,
Andrew
Blabs?
Garfield was, didn't even know who Tom Holland was, hasn't even seen an hasn't seen any of the new Spideys, not Andrew or Tom.
That's crazy.
And he was confusing Tom and Andrew, and I'm like, how do you do that just because they're British?
That's insane.
Isn't it?
I'm honestly disappointed in you.
Yeah,
Oh.
Bully Maguire needs to come bully you.
Yeah.
What
Would
did
you even
say?
know what Bully Maguire is?
Bully Maguire?
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
You're trolling. Stop fucking trolling. Stop.
What do you-
Stop.
Tobey
Are you
Maguire
serious,
is
Craig?
Spider-Man. He'll always be Spider-Man.
What
So
day
yes-
is it?
So yesterday, Capcom had a spotlight, and Vera's going to guide us through this. So this is a 41-minute presentation. I know Vera did a full reaction to it. Why don't you catch us up here, Vera, and what we all missed?
So it was the June 2025 Capcom Spotlight. It focused on Pragmata, Street Fighter 6, Resident Evil 9, and then Monster Hunter Wilds. Half of the event was Monster Hunter Wilds, which, like, I understand they have a pretty large roadmap. They're putting a bunch of new monsters. Well, they're recycled from other games, but they're putting new monsters into the game. They're doing like underwater combat, and they've tried to, I guess, get people excited for the future of the game. In my opinion, I think that they should probably focus more on actually making it playable for people instead of focusing solely on new content. I know that the game is sitting at a mostly negative on Steam now because people are so upset with it because of the technical problems it has. But the Monster Hunter Wilds portion was like half of the event. Street Fighter 6 was only very quick. The highlight being them announcing Swimsuits, which look very good. Pragmata is one of their upcoming games that I would say we're trying to show off. Half of the Pragmata gameplay that we saw was what we had seen previously at the Summer Games Fest showcases like 2 weeks ago, so that didn't really help their case, in my opinion. I think that they should have shown off more. And then, of course, Resident Evil, we're all super excited. The biggest news from that was the fact that it's going to be first and third person, which is super cool, and it's set 30 years after the last game, so after Village.
I want to take a step back and talk about the Monster Hunter Wild real quick. You mentioned how it's kind of fallen off, right? And
Yeah.
this is pretty amazing. How many? Okay, its all-time peak 3 months ago, it had almost 1.4 million people playing it. This was 3 months ago when it was released. It was massive.
Oh, excuse me. Chat's correcting me. 30 years after Outbreak. Sorry. I think I said Village by accident.
You did.
Okay. I meant
That's okay.
Outbreak.
So 3 months ago, Monster Hunter Wilds had nearly 1.4 million people playing it. 3 months later, let's play the Price is Right game here, Blabs. How many people are playing Monster Hunter Wilds right now? 1.4 million 3 months ago to today.
Okay, I haven't been following along with it for a while, so I'm going to say 20,000 people.
Vera?
I saw the numbers yesterday, so I don't
Okay.
think I should partake.
Well, Blabs, you are overshooting it.
Really? Is it like 10,000?
There's just about 11,000 people playing it. Look at this. I mean, this is still 10,000 people is a lot of people, but when you start at 1.3 million,
Damn.
you know,
Yeah.
it's
And only 3 months. It's not like it's, I don't know, 4 years down the line.
yeah.
That's impressive. That's a huge drop. That might be the biggest one I've ever seen, like a drop like that.
I agree. That may be the biggest one I've ever seen. That's crazy. So yeah, just several months later, it is dropped off. I mean, so obviously they want to double down. I saw they saw 1.4 million people playing their game. Like, oh my gosh, we got to start developing things for it. But that is so drastic to see, and is strictly just because there's technical issues with it, I guess. Is that correct, Vara?
I think that is a major problem with it, but also they just were not quick enough to release new content. And like 2 of the new monsters that they're adding are ones that have been in previous games. So it's not even technically like new content. It's new to the modern game or the most recent release, but it's not even like fully new content.
Let's I want to pivot over to Street Fighter really quick. You said they're releasing these outfit 4. It says outfit 4 of these 7 characters are all swimsuits and are coming with the Sagat or Sagat update. Depends on how you want to say it. August 5th. So Sagat is coming to the game. And what's interesting is Capcom is like, I wonder if they're receiving any pushback for these character designs here. You see the tan lines on Cammy here and such. Kind of the look. I always love the impractical nature of these designs, which is like Cammy getting in a fight here. But I'm curious to see if there's any pushback because of this. So there's Cammy. Here's Luke, obviously lifeguard look here. Chun-Li, obviously like very sexualized designs here. I don't even know who Manon is. I haven't played Street Fighter 6 to find out. Jamie over here, like very masculine look to these characters.
All of these skins look phenomenal.
Yeah.
Well, again, these are concept art, so once we actually see it in the game, it might look slightly different, but the concept arts themselves look super good.
Yeah. I like this beast here just wearing a random swimsuit. Like, kind of interesting over here. So, yeah, this is, I mean, pretty great stuff. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of interesting to see. And that company like Capcom that has kind of gone over the idea of making some of their characters very androgynous, really leaning into the masculinity and femininity of these characters. It's a good thing. So yeah. Anything on that, Blabs?
Honestly, I didn't think the Chun-Li one looked that nice. I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for it, but it looked weird. I don't know. Like, it just doesn't look like a good sketch, in my opinion. The other ones look fine to me.
I think it's because her head is smaller than the rest of her body.
Something's really wrong with her back, like, and her neck. Like, there's something just weird there.
She does have a little bit of tiny head going on.
Yeah, right. Like, it looks really disproportionate, to be honest.
Well, I think the idea is they really want to push through that her legs are giant. And
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. It just looks odd to me. But like, hey, man, it's definitely an improvement of previous things.
I think Chun-Li definitely has tiny head compared to Manon over here.
Yeah.
Even though Manon still has tiny head. You know what it is? They have really long torsos and legs. Their legs are super duper long when you look at the character designs. Whereas the guys, you can see the legs are a little bit shorter.
They look more proportionate, the guys, than compared to the women.
Well, if this
that just might be like a skill diff of the artist. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
But all the characters have they have really long. Females do for sure. The legs. The suntan lines are a really interesting choice. We got it. Blab, see if you can do a little digging on this.
Craig is pleasantly surprised by suntan lines.
I am pleasantly surprised that Capcom would do this. I'm sure somebody's upset. Like, somebody has to be upset. Be like, "Oh, you sexualizing of women or whatever, and you're sexualizing of men." There's got to be people in that thread who are upset about it. But it just kind of seems like a change of pace for Capcom, which a welcome change of pace. The idea of
surprised to be sure, but a pleasant one.
Yeah. I mean, not upset about it at all. It's great. Okay, let's move on. Hey, let's talk about Mario Kart here. But first, Eric says, "We all lose battle with gravity eventually." Yeah, man. You know, let me pull this up real quick. I want to find this before a moment. Blabs, are you still looking for the for people being upset in that thread?
You didn't ask me to do that. You just said,
Okay.
I'm sure people are mad.
Okay. Well, Blabs, will you read a few of these supers real quick? Because I actually have this have a quick hit here for that I wanted to bring up, talking about gravity.
Okay, all right. Wist says Monster Hunter Wilds launched with a smaller monster roster than previous titles started with, and has updated with much more slowly. It's no surprise, even disregarding technical issues. Yeah, I also heard that. Remember, the beta was like really rough for a lot of people to play. They couldn't play it.
Yeah.
Jay Thomas says, "What about Nicholas Hammond as Spider-Man? What about him?" Switzerland says Resident Evil Netflix. Soul Silver says it was a Tuesday seen on a live-action Street Fighter movie, so well done that even though the movie was a joke, the performance by the actor was top tier. And Lex says one of the main reasons movies and TV have sucked in recent years is crap casting and overcasting. Fix casting and you're halfway to a decent product. Wiz says many kind of false accusations deserve punishment. They can literally be life-earning. Agreed. Master Gawa says, I wish you the best, but I'm tired of the same popular friends while doing more for big TikTok vids and random topics than for indie games or obscure games. Okay, thanks.
Well, Master Gawa, like, I mean, do you watch the show on a day-to-day basis? Because, like, we talk about, like, we just did an entire segment about video games. Just saying.
Zadie says, yeah, Elon wants people buying more reach on posts. And a young Sky says, beautiful Joe Craig, top 10 GameCube game in my opinion.
Yep.
C-Tron says, my game would be Crimson Skies for the original Xbox.
Let's go. Steven
says, it's Catsup. If Catsup annoys you, then would you be annoyed if I told you there are people that pronounce water as wooter? Where? What is that?
Steven, what world, like, retard island do you live on?
Exactly.
You know, maybe we should have an animation put together where we
retard island,
where Blabs punts somebody off and they end up landing like it's Blabs.
Phoenix, if you're listening.
Lands out in the middle of the ocean.
Yep. Eric says catsup is a variant spelling Heinz popularized tomato-based ketchup. Some old recipes say to use dogs up as a pun. Originally, it's a fish sauce.
Oh, okay. Thank
More
you.
You know. Ad says, Craig, what SNES Star Wars game is your favorite?
SNES Star Wars game. They were all so hard. I didn't like any of them, honestly. They were so freaking difficult. I did not like any of the Star Wars games on the Super Nintendo. All right, I found what I was looking at, Blabs.
Okay.
We were talking about gravity, and you guys were making fun of like me getting old and stuff. Did you see this this lady who went down to Guadalajara and had a facelift?
Yeah.
You saw this, Vara?
I did.
Okay, Blabs, take a look at this. It says this woman on TikTok was posting about being 3 weeks post-op from her facelift, and I genuinely can't wrap my head around it. Okay, so let's just see how this went. I saw this and I was like, this can't be real.
The only thing that I will say is that TikTok has filters to make people look older.
This is true.
And I never had seen the original video without this caption. So
Okay.
I don't know. Is
Yeah,
it real?
All right, let's find out.
Good morning. My name's Michelle. I am documenting my journey here in Guadalajara. I am down here to look more refreshed and feel more refreshed. I am 50 years old. I decided to get a full facelift, forehead lift, upper bluff, lower bluff, lip lift, as well as a mini chin implant.
Okay, so she's going in, and I can't play the rest for music reasons. So she's doing a lot of stuff here, going down to Guadalajara to make this done. Blabs, knowing she went to Guadalajara to get this done, hearing all the things that she's getting done, how do you think she's going to turn out?
I don't think it's going to go very well, to be completely honest with you.
Okay.
I mean, she does. Chat's right. She does look rough for 50 years old. She must have been like some California raisin or some shit, or Maybe she was like a super duper vegan that just dried herself up. I don't know, but ugh.
Somebody in chat said 50 going on 185.
Damn.
Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Well, Blabs, I have an updated photo for you of exactly what she looks like, and this could shock you, but she looks like this.
Hey, you guys.
No, that's not really how she looks. Let's go ahead and let's go take a look real quick. So she's going in for it. Take a look at this. That is how she looks now.
Nah.
Now, could be filters. This is 3 weeks post.
See, this does look like she had work done on her face.
Whoa.
I just wonder if the before had some kind of filter to make it look a little bit more dramatic.
Uh-huh.
That's fair.
But I don't know. I mean, it looks like she had work done. I do believe it.
Yeah, like if that's truly
Why are her ears like the
no.
little teacup saucers? Why are her ears so large and flat? Making me kind of
how many?
uncomfortable.
This is in how many weeks after being 3 weeks post-op? So what does she look like now?
I don't know, but they don't even look like the same person.
No,
Like, she looks like
everything's
she's
different from lips to eyes. No, this isn't the same girl at all. Look at the eyes, the difference between the nose and the eyes and everything.
well, Blabs, she got a facelift. Like that's literally
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything about the distance, does it? I know she was wearing glasses on one photo, but it does not look like. Is there? Nah, man. Like everything's changed. Her nose, her lips.
Yeah, she got a chin implant, which is weird. But I mean, if that's the case, this is like the best facelift I've ever seen ever. Like she looks legitimately 25 years younger.
That's
Looks like she's
wild.
probably mid to late 20s in this on the right, which I don't know.
Chat's right. It does have. She does have the same ears and stuff, but that's wild, man. I want to know how long this effect will last, if it eventually come back down again, and then how much she spent on it. All these things, you know.
Well, yeah, she got so many different things done. She must
Yeah.
have.
What kind of
paid a
side
lot.
effects?
But she went to Guadalajara and she paid with a bag of ketchup. Like this, it was very cheap down there. They just showed up with a bag of condiments. It was like, here you go. And they're like, yeah, see. But Blabs, if you had an opportunity, and I realize you're still young, right? You're still
thank you.
young, right? But as you get older, let's just say, you know, look, we're all going to lose to gravity. We all understand this, right? But you had the opportunity to go down to a third world country and get this done, and you were to be able to hold back the hands of time right here with this. Is this something that you'd be interested in?
No.
Vera, what about you?
No.
No.
No way.
Okay. No interest. All right. Nice. Okay. Wow. I actually think it looks like very impressive.
Craig's like, I want to try.
It does. I just don't understand this like obsession with not aging. I get that people want to look young and feel young, but at the same time, like aging is natural. And it's pretty fucking weird that nobody wants to age anymore.
Everyone wants to, you know, it goes back to the idea of arrested development. Everybody in their mind thinks that they're still 20, right? And look, I've seen this, you know, in my surroundings. People, as they get older, they're insecure. They still want to think that they are in their mid 20s or whatever, and they want to stay young as best they possibly can. But I mean, if that's true and that's not fake, like congratulations to her. It seems like money well spent. Now I'll be curious to see what she looks like in 6 months and to see how once everything kind of heals. So good for her. You know, maybe Tobey Maguire will make his way down to Guadalajara.
You leave Toby alone.
Toby,
I'm going to get Billy Maguire on you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Robonex came in. There's a picture of me. I can't wait to see this. What is this from?
Oh, it's the screenshot I put on Twitter.
Oh, they just included it over there.
I just happened to be by Twitter. Honestly, it's such a great picture. I'm gonna share it right now for the world to see.
If I'm being honest, like I don't think that's that weird of a picture.
I think it's funny. You know what? It reminds me of that meme. Was it one of the Franco brothers going like, like that gif?
Yep.
That's Craig right now.
Okay.
Kind of.
Okay, I guess. All right. Well,
I don't think Craig Craig knows what I'm talking about, but it's all right.
No, but all right, that's fine.
It's a brilliant picture.
Brilliant. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for that, I guess. I don't know. Ready Ryu Pin says, how many holes does a straw have? Is it one long big hole or two? One for input, one for output. Man, these are the questions that I'm glad our audience.
Straw have? It has 2 holes. That's literally the point of a straw.
But technically, the thing with that is that it's just one continuous hole.
All right. Then how many holes does a tunnel have?
Well, yeah, true. No, I get that, but it's still technically one.
These are questions that I really don't care to talk about.
But you also have to consider that there are tunnels that branch off, so it's kind of not the same argument.
Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah, true.
Which hole came first? There we go. That's what a weird question to ask. All right. Hey, thanks to Tenarian says, I don't exactly have my hands free when listening to you guys at work. So whenever the audio goes silent, I just hope that Blabs is about to go, you're muted, Craig, or Corky, as was the case in one of the episodes I listened to today. Thanks.
Well, we haven't had to tell you yet. You've done a great job.
Thanks. Appreciate that, Blabs. It's the first compliment I've heard from you today. John says, with the 5 says, during Street Fighter 5, the sales were so bad that the way they made money was to keep working on the game was their DLC costume sales. Also, those costumes were in the Street Fighter swimsuit illustration book, so they should they should be cool with it. All right, that makes sense, John. Thank you. And Tenarian followed up with another 10 just now. Says, I just got home and see that Craig is now following me on X. Hope you like anime boobs. Unfollowed. Thank you, Tenarian. Appreciate that. All right. Let's go to the bustling home of mental health, known as Bluesky.
Make asylums great again.
Well, the beautiful thing about that, if we were to open up all the asylums, we'd be able to just go to Bluesky immediately and find all the people just to get the first foray into spending some time in a padded room, you know? And this person may be one of them. As we go to their profile here, I want to let you know that this person is heading to SunnyCon. This is where we're going to start here. She, her, trans British streamer, streaming industry veteran, photographer, owner of the VSky Discord right here. So what is up with this person right here? Now, they are a streaming veteran. I want to point that out. It says so in their profile. Have not seen a tremendous amount of success here. Just going to throw it out there, as their Twitch channel has 471 followers and their YouTube channel has 74 subscribers, right? So you may, just because you've been doing it a long time, I wouldn't consider yourself a veteran here. But why is this person relevant right now? Well, as you can tell by their totally sane and definitely not mentally ill profile over here, they decided to put together a hit list, if you will, of all the problematic people of VTubers, of all the VTubers who were just who just upset all the right people. And this is from Kitsu over on X. Is man, I got up my game, didn't even make it to the top 12. But you see on this list here that they have made, this is a consolidated list here, but there's people like Kirsche on it, Pippa, who never interacted with Pippa, but I know Pippa has a great following. We have Leaflit right here, also friend of the show. And Hero High, who did a video about this. Rev says Desu over here. Now, I admittedly am not familiar with all these people, and I'm sure there may be, maybe a bad apple in that group. But for the most part, I really don't see in my interactions with Leaflit, Kirsche, watching Rev, seeing what Pippa says. In Hero High, I really don't see how these people can be problematic outside of them just being slightly right of the insane lunacy that's going on over there. So extremely problematic. They're very upsetting to a lot of people. we've seen this where the VTuber community in particular has been, well, I hate to say the community as a whole, but people have really kind of turned their attention to VTubers as this quote alt-right pipeline here.
Yeah.
Have you been noticing that on your end, Vara?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And what this really boils down to is I don't even think it's necessarily about them like being VTubers or anything. It's just like a political hit list. It's people that they politically disagree with that they can group together. And I don't think that that's going to really stop anytime soon, judging by the way that these people act on social media, the lunatics, because that's all they want to do is they want somebody new to target. And when they've targeted one person and that cancel campaign has failed, they have to move on to the next person.
What's really interesting about this is that all of a sudden, after putting together literally a list of people that they deem unacceptable, as soon as one of those persons talks about it, they all of a sudden, them become the victim.
Yep.
If you're not already aware, I'm undergoing a campaign of harassment incited by an individual called Hero High who did the video, who's this thumbnail's for. As usual, a reminder not to harass anybody involved in this yourselves. Just stay safe. Here's the video right here that Hero High put together. So Hero High talking about this list about that they made about him talking about it now puts it back on this person and becomes the victim. Like, I don't even understand how that happens. How it's amazing to watch how quickly these people become the victim in a situation. They continue to overshare. If you want to help, share, make people aware of what happens when we stand up rather than lay down.
I think that's so rich coming from them. I mean, the people that are targeting the VTubers are just Marxists, and what they're doing is they're sitting here saying, oh, these people aren't allowed to stand up and voice their beliefs, but I'm allowed to because I'm on the correct side of history. It's insanity.
Yes, that's what it comes down to is they want to be on the correct side.
Yeah.
Blabs, are we on the correct side of history?
I mean, we are, at least I think, because, like, at least I'm logical, common sense. They are driven by emotion. So, therefore, you can't really make logical, clear, concise statements and opinions. So, I think they're also mentally deranged.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think you just go back to the profile where they're so confident in themselves, they feel the need they have to change their entire body, or at least,
Exactly.
So there's that when it comes to this. So the best thing that came out of this is Blabs, have a list of people that reach out to see if they want to come on the show.
Oh, good.
So why don't you take that and see what we can do to bring them on the show and see how they feel about coming on and possibly responding to them being listed as a whatever they are.
Mhm.
I'm trying to find the actual post here on their profile, but they post so much on Bluesky. This person posts so much on Bluesky. I've been scrolling for like 5
that's
minutes.
it. You can just tap it.
Well, no, this is the list that this is the Hero High video right here. So yeah, here we go. Kirsche, Rev. Look at all these people who are called Grazis over here because simply for disagreeing with this person. It's amazing to watch.
Yeah, it's because this person is, clearly deranged, but they're driven by feelings and not logic. So, it's clear by their social posts and just how much they post. Ultimately, they're just desperate for attention.
As I'm scrolling down their profile here, it's literally it's almost talking point verbatim of all the lunacy that you would find over here. It's really amazing to see. Look, oh my God, look at these pronouns. What does it even mean? what does it even mean?
May.
Yeah.
Also, if you check her media, that whatever this dude is, I don't even know. If you go through the media, they just take a bunch of screenshots of people talking about this VTuber list, and they're like, "Look, Mom, I'm famous." Ugh. Anyway, yeah, pretty gross.
Blue Sky is all Nazis at Blue Sky. Right.
You mean
so,
the Skeets are all Nazis now?
Yeah. This is really amazing to see the mentally deranged nature. And like, I don't understand. I've had interactions, I mean, tons of interactions with Kirsche now. Leaflet's been on the show a couple times. Like, at no point have I ever been like, yeah, they're problematic. I don't understand how these people have been so mentally broken. And once again, you just need to go to their profile one time to see just how broken they are. But unfortunately, no Facelift in Guadalajara will be able to help them out by any means. So, but good luck over here, Psycho she/her in British 18 and up streamer, who is a streaming industry veteran and photographer and owner of the V-Sky Discord. Good luck with your career. I hope it takes off, and I hope that you continue to grow on your career too.
The weirdest thing is, so I finally figured out that he, whatever it is, posted that post on June 9th. So it's my bad. I didn't realize that clip wasn't the original like post. You have to go back all the way to June 9th, and this person tweets
with how much they post.
5 seconds. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm still on 2 days ago, and I'm all the way it's like super all the way down. I will never find this post ever again.
Yeah.
Oh, because the show, before the show, I said, Blabs, please find the original post to this.
Yeah, I thought that was the original post that I sent you, like the screen grab and everything. So I'm like, what do you mean? But now I realize, if you look at the bottom, it says June 9th. I was like, oh shit. I'm still scrolling for it. Okay, I'm 5 days ago now. We're about 1,000 tweets in.
Oof.
You mean Skeets? Is what they call
we're about
them?
1,000 Skeets in. It doesn't sound very good, you know.
It does not.
Well, I'll say this, Blabs, we do have a list of people to reach out to now, which is good. Yep. Maybe some will make it on the show. Maybe some won't make it on the show. But I think it is important to know that we do need to work harder here if we're going to be on any sort of Blue Sky list.
I don't want to be on a Blue Sky list. What the fuck?
I'm sure we'll make one eventually over here. But we have 2 of the top 6 listed on this list. So on our shows, which is great. So maybe we can go for a VTuber week or something, and just get all the people who are deemed problematic by all the Zanies folks. Have you had any interactions with any of these folks, Vara?
Yeah, a lot of them are really great people that, again, I, like you said, don't think are problematic at all whatsoever. People are allowed to have their own opinions, even if I don't agree with them at every single point. But that's not how the lunatics on social media feel. They think if you don't agree with me at all times, you're just a isterophobe, which is insane.
Well, you are.
Yeah.
So there's that. Yeah. All right. Well, Blabs, did you find it?
I'm still working on it. I'm at 14 days ago, June 12th. I got 3 more days to go through, which is going to be about 800 more posts. Give me a couple more minutes.
Like these perpetually online freaks.
Oh my God! Let me just show you this, right?
Please.
Look where I'm at this point. Look at my little thing down here. Look where I'm at. We're still going. Do you see how far down?
Wow.
Okay, we are now June 12th still.
Is there a search feature?
But the thing is, though, I have to let everything load, so it won't search until I find the day.
Wow, that's good. You see dog collars over here.
I was gonna say.
Okay, we are 15 days ago. We're still June 12th, mind you.
And you got to get to June 9th for this post?
That's what that post said. June 9th.
God.
Oh, look, there was a Hogwarts Legacy thing I saw right there. Okay, funds bad legislation. Good to know. Price is okay. Woo!
Keep
it's
going,
pretty
Blabs.
sad that somebody is so desperate for attention that this is what they do.
I'm going to pull you off because I feel like
we're good idea.
Yeah.
Giving me motion sickness over here.
Yep.
Emotional damage.
Yes. It's amazing to watch the lunacy. And like I said, it's...
All right, I'm on June 9th. Okay, let me find it. Let me find it. June 11th. Okay, they seem to have taken a break from June 11th to June 9th. Please hold. So, keep going.
Savamo says, I've long come to the conclusion that almost everyone, right or wrong, no matter the side, will use "I am right" and "just" to justify any and all actions. You think key people throughout history didn't?
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Thank you, Tamamo. Tamamo also says, follow up. It seems an extra rarity for people to acknowledge how common this aspect of human nature it is and not do it. My brain has been going crazy about this philosophical stuff. Thanks, autism. Thanks, Tamamo. Risk Video says, textbook Darvo. They can dish it out all day, but they fold like soccer players getting flicked in the ear the second they get a little static. Montez. Correct. Jen Trash says, if libs of BS are going to make recommended lists, they need to stop skipping the kings of VTubing like Nux, Taki, and It's a Gundam. Tin Lee says they probably tweeted every second of 2 weeks protest too. Montez, Blabs, you're still scrolling.
Yeah.
Have you not found anything?
Not yet. So
Maybe
this
they
person-
deleted it.
I'm back to June 10th. That was a retweet and a quote tweet of the June 9th. So I'm still not at June 9th yet.
Oh.
One more day.
Okay, keep on going, Blabs. You'll find it eventually.
My finger's starting to hurt from scrolling.
While you continue to scroll, Marius came in with a 10, says, Montez! Yes, we did hit our Montez goal here on a wonderful Finish Strong Friday. Vera, pick a number between 1 and 5.
4.
4 it is. Let's go. Oh, good one today.
Bitch! Montez!
You are racist.
Montez!
An oldie but a goodie there,
This
Vera.
game haunts me so much.
It will haunt you forever.
I just wish it would just die.
Give it up for Phantom Star with the 10. Thank you very much. Just dropping it on the table and walking out. Cataclystia says, for potatoes, my favorite are oven roasted wedges basted with olive oil and seasoned with salt, pepper, rosemary, and thyme. Let's go. It's Potato King recipe right there. Love that. That is awesome. I'm going to put another Montez Super in there. We'll do a quickie here, see if we can get a new one before the end of the show. Let's see. Montez number 2. Let's go. Start with that. Aramis came in with the $25 direct donation. Says, have a great weekend, everyone. If you still have enjoying Side Scroller Plus, then stop twiddling your thumbs and come join us. It's a blast. Won't say more.
Labs.
I clicked the post and it just booted me to the very top of their profile and I scrolled this entire time.
Oh. Labs.
Find it.
Oh.
Here, hold on. I'm gonna
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry, Blabs. Let me start my timer really
fuck
quick.
you, Blue Sky. It's because I probably don't have the account. I don't have an account, right?
Yeah, that
So
might be it.
Blabs, I'm going to start the timer. Hold on. Ready? I'm going to start the timer for you to find it. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Timer's going right there. Okay. All right. Aramis says, have a great weekend, everyone. If you still enjoying Side Scrollers Plus, then stop twiddling your thumbs and come join us. It's a blast. Won't say more since I'm halfway down a soju bottle. I agree with everything Vera says. Montez. Thank you, RMS. Appreciate your support, man, and good luck finishing the rest of that. Don't be like Mango and Ludwig and drink too much of that. Tenarian says, luckily, most of the VTubers on the list own guns, and Leaflit apparently has a pretty solid security system. Have to be a bit of a nut to make a list like that. I, too, have special needs, and one of them is called Poppy. Thank you, Tenarian. We'll find Poppy for you here in just a second. Followed up one more time, says, I might get wiped. There you go. Hello, Poppy. Great to see you. Just dropping off that coffee. Good to see you there. Tenarian says, I might get why people wouldn't like Hero High. He used to make videos about random people saying stupid stuff on Twitter, and it was sometimes just dumb kids. His followers would then dogpile them. He stopped doing that now, though, so he's all right. Thanks, Tenarian. Appreciate your perspective on that.
Did you guys hear? I only just saw this about the Microsoft blue screen.
No.
I put it in the private chat. I'm feeling a little sad right now.
What's going on with this?
It's a little depressing.
Okay, hold on. Oh, no. This is
Why would they do that?
Microsoft has replaced and retired their famous blue screen.
Why?
It replaced with now a black screen and features no frowny face.
Minimalism is the death of creativity.
What?
Why would they kill the blue screen and a little frowny face?
What are we doing here?
Shit.
This is fucking garbage.
Wildly unacceptable.
They literally race swap the screen.
Wow.
Why would they do this to us?
Oh no. Listen, Blue Lives Matter over here. Oh, I guess I can't say that because whatever. Yeah. How sad.
Canceled.
They took away all the frowny face too, which it took away the little personality of having your day ruined. Your day was ruined, you got a frowny face, and now you're just your day ruined as it looks like you're staring into the black abyss over here. So sad. Blabs, how's it going right now, by the way, with your search?
Do you see the bottom of the screen just flying by? Yeah.
Yeah, I want to let you know you
only
started
on June 17th.
Okay, we are at 2.5 minutes
gosh.
at this point.
Blabs, press down on the wheel and just let it auto scroll. Oh, okay.
That's what I'm doing. But
it must take. It must be because it's
minutes.
because it's loading so much that it takes forever.
And I can't even search it because it's loading everything. So
while you continue to search, Blabs,
I've tried Googling it too, looking for certain keywords to see if I could just pull up that post instantaneously, and that didn't work either.
Okay.
Yeah.
While you continue to search for that insane actual list, let's talk a little Nintendo here, Vara. Okay. Have you seen what happened with Mario Kart World? That's a yes.
Mm-hmm.
Have you played Mario Kart World at all?
I have, yes.
What do you think of it?
I think it's good. I don't think I like it as much as Mario Kart 8, though.
Okay. There's a lot of people who think it's really fun. I'll tell you,
it is fun.
It is fun. It's very. We've had a lot of really fun moments playing it at my house. We've had a lot of, what it does is it Mario Karts phenomenally, and by that I mean it gives everybody a chance. It makes you feel like a champion while also making you feel like a big fat loser, right? But Nintendo had a recent update to the game, and I thought, as opposed to me trying to explain it, there's about a 3.5-minute video from Nathaniel Bandy, who is a Nintendo creator, who I think sums it up pretty well. Which I think I want to get this. We can react to the video, stop and start it, and then kind of see some of the reactions here, because I have not played Mario Kart World online yet, outside of just for 5 minutes. I just kind of hopped in and played a few races. But some people are living and dying on this, and they're saying that this is totally, in their words, ruined the game. So here's this video. Let's kind of check this out.
I do not make videos like this anymore, where I am reacting to a random update in a Nintendo game. But what just happened in Mario Kart World is actually baffling. It's genuinely crazy, and I feel like I need to say something, because I don't know if Nintendo watches me or really pays attention to Nintendo creators, but this could potentially kill your online community in Mario Kart World. So if you don't know what happened, I'll get everyone caught up real quick. Basically, to start with, the way Mario Kart World Online used to work was basically you would be able to select 3 different tracks, and as well as a random track. Now, most of the time with the 3 tracks, it would be an intermission, which would mean you're not really playing the tracks properly. You are just playing in a straight line, going from one place to the other for most of that duration. It's not very fun. It's just mostly straight. And yes, some people like it. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But the majority of people did not like that. Whenever you played online, people were either picking random, or if they were selecting a track, it was far away and it wasn't an intermission. Well, this wasn't a perfect system. At least there was still a fairly decent balance of playing intermission tracks as well as playing the traditional 3-lap way. Nintendo just released an update where if you select random now, there is a pretty high chance, we don't know the exact percentage yet, but there is now a fairly good chance that random also selects intermissions. And look, like I said, I wouldn't be making a video like this if I didn't really care about this, because I've actually been playing a lot of Mario Kart World online. Whenever I'm not working, I've been playing it for an hour or 2 before bed. It's been great. I've played it with a couple of friends already, and I've been honestly having a really fun time with it. But this change, I think I'm done playing online. I'm not going to lie. Yes, I'm obviously still going to make videos. There are videos that I still want to do a couple more ranked videos. There is a 100% video about Mario Kart World.
Okay, so Vara, have you experienced what he's talking about? It sounds like such a small thing, but apparently it's just totally borked the experience online.
I haven't played since they patched it. I don't know when they had patched it, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure Nintendo does actually like follow to some degree some of the talk surrounding their titles. So I hope that they revert it because so many people are upset over it, and rightfully so.
I wonder if it's a vocal minority online or if it's a vast majority, because because I look at this and you're talking about Nintendo creators and people who take this game super seriously. Here's the next thing here, which I wanted to, this actually really sums it up even, I think, better than what I was just talking about. There's a key phrase in here, which I really wanted to play. I'm going to play this at about time and a half so we can get through this a little bit quicker. Here we go.
Mario Kart World for the last 3 weeks has literally been my job, and I've played this more than almost anyone in the world. So when I say I've given this a chance, I'm serious. I have given it a chance, and I just don't think that these intermissions are nearly as fun as the 3-lap tracks. And I just want to explain why. It's not as simple as the driving is not that interesting, I can't do all my shortcuts, so I'm not having fun. It's more complicated than that, because I'm trying to win these races, right? So when you consider what is the best strategy on these tracks, most of the time it's to stay in the back, get your coins where it's safe, and usually you'd think this would be risky because the comeback is tough to make. But these intermissions have shortcuts that are so unbelievably big that it is literally just an advantage to be at the back, because I'm now guaranteed to be at the front at some point. And you can actually just win a race off of that alone. But of course, this is not true for every single one of these intermissions.
So he says something in there. He's like, I'm trying to win these races, right? And everyone's trying to win them, but not everyone's like taking them super seriously as like these people who are really hardcore into it. The vast majority of players of Mario Kart World are normies, right? They're the 98% who are playing the game with their family. They're playing the game for fun. And then like there's that top, 2 to 10% that really like take the game seriously and try to be great at it. And you wonder if this is a change that Nintendo made to kind of cater to that vast majority of the audience as opposed to the hardcore audience, to really drive home the idea that the open world aspect of Mario Kart World was like the reason why, like this is why you're playing. This is what's different about this game. And you wonder they're just kind of shoving it down people's throat at this point. So, but the response to this has been real interesting. Aired over on X says Mario Kart World legitimately just went from a 9.5 to like a 6 out of 10 game with the smallest update imaginable. Nintendo truly baffles me on what a disappointing decision for them. It seems like a pretty overkill, like that small changed it at 3.5 points, but interesting. Troy says, if Nintendo doesn't give us the option to play the actual tracks online, I would not recommend Mario Kart World. The tracks themselves are a 10 out of 10 experience. The connecting highways are a 6. And Lonely Goomba says, holy effing shit, they ruined Mario Kart World Online. Well, that's that then. So instead of wondering why so many people didn't want to play the intermission segments, then now they just forced it on everyone. Even less options. Unbelievable. So a lot of uproar about this in the Mario Kart World community. So yeah, I don't know. Is this like much to do about nothing, or is this? I don't know. What are your thoughts on this, Vara?
Yeah, I mean, I get where they're coming from with the criticism with the intermission tracks, because they're basically just like a long road that connects one track to another. I just think that I think that the problem here is I genuinely don't know what the overarching majority of Nintendo fans think about it. So while my opinion is I'm not a big fan of the intermission tracks, and it used to be this way, it could just be them making this change because it caters more to the normie audience, and that's the majority of people playing something like this. So
what do you guys think in the chat? I see some people, like I saw Tecton says, I've been playing Mario Kart World every day. It's a 10 out of 10. These people are whining. Solzen says loud minority crying. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I haven't had a chance to play online. I don't really know the difference, but people have been very, very vocal. The idea of going from a 9.5 to a 6 based off of one small change like this. I mean, they clearly bought the game just for the online capability. So,
Oh yeah.
Nuts, really. All right, let's see. Let's continue to move on, as there's some actual other Nintendo news that came out with the Switch 2. The next GameCube game that's going to be hitting the Switch 2 is Super Mario Strikers, which was a GameCube game back in the day. It's pretty cool. Are you excited for Mario Strikers coming back?
I think it's cool.
Yeah, available for your Nintendo Switch 2 online. We saw this. What was the game that came out recently? It was an arcade soccer game, and it had like 1 million players in like 3 days.
Really?
Yeah. It came out recently. I don't quite remember the name of it, and I'm sure the chat will let us know. But I feel like we could be, just based off the success of that and seeing this game come back, I feel like we could be on the precipice of an arcade games style sports renaissance.
Maybe.
I hope that's the case, which would be great. Rematch was the game. Thank you guys very much. Yes, Rematch. It's been very popular over the last week or so.
Yeah.
So, this is dropping Super Mario Strikers coming up very, very soon. You just dropped this article about Donkey Kong Bonanza. What is going on with this?
So you know the popcorn buckets and how people always say that's one questionable design.
Oh, wow. Donkey Kong Bonanza is good.
Guys, it's literally just a pillow.
Get your mind out of the gutter, guys.
Yeah. Stop overreacting.
What are you supposed to do with that? Is that like for your hand or something?
Yeah, I guess
Is it like a tissue box?
I guess you're supposed to put your hand in it or something.
Oh, wow. Your hand in it, huh? Interesting. Wonderful. Okay. Well, good luck to everybody who goes get their giant dick barrel over here. That's good. One of the big controversies around the Switch 2 has been outside of the Donkey Kong dick barrel, is the game cards. The what do they call them? The game key cards.
Yeah, key cards.
The key cards that pretty much have nothing on them. But Nintendo president Furukawa says they will work hard on helping third-party publishers sell their games on Switch 2. That's been one of the things that the third-party publishers have seen very little success on the Switch 2 so far. He says GameCube cards were conceived to bring games to retail despite larger file sizes on the Switch 2. Publishers were consulted on this approach. So the idea being that you buy this little card, you put it in, and then you download the game.
I think it's funny that it says publishers were consulted on this approach, as if Nintendo would ever listen to anybody but themselves. Nintendo only cares about what Nintendo wants to do.
Right. Well, the response to this has down below in the comments. I think there's a lot of things here. GameCube cards should be restricted to only games that have file sizes so large they cannot fit otherwise in the categories cartridge memory. I think that's very fair over here. GameCube cards offer most of the downsides associated with digital games, combined with the inconvenience of having to insert a physical card into your system anytime you want to play it. Nobody should be happy with this worst of both worlds approach. I think that's a really fair point. You know, if you have a digital thing, you just load it up. With this, you have to actually put the card in, and there's nothing in that you own.
They're trying to annoy people out of wanting to buy physical media so that they can finally kill it off for good. And we know that these companies want to go towards an all digital future as quickly as possible. But ones, especially like Nintendo, are definitely kind of ramping up their game at this point.
Well, there's been a lot of push for Nintendo to kind of reconsider this thought process, regardless of how they've, talked with publishers or not. But as RGT says, like I said, ain't shit changing, pal. They ain't changing anything when it comes to this, man. They are locked and loaded on the whole game key card side of it. So a lot of doom and gloom, I would say, on the Nintendo side, despite them just printing. I would say not everything has gone perfect with the Switch 2 launch. I'm not going to say doom and gloom. There's been some things that could be corrected for sure. But I did want to point out some good things that are happening with Nintendo. Starting with this is the beauty of the mod community. I saw this, so you guys get to see it. Super Smash Brothers for the N64. Now, Vera, did you know that this game has been supported online by a very vibrant community that cannot let this game die?
I didn't know, but I'm also not surprised.
I love the original Smash Brothers on the N64.
N64 was, in my opinion, the best console
Of all time?
I love the N64.
Wow. So the original Smash Brothers roster, you'd have to unlock the characters by breaking the targets and stuff. There were 12 playable characters in it. And those characters were Mario, Luigi, Donkey Kong, Link, Samus, Yoshi, Fox McCloud, Kirby, Jigglypuff, Ness, Pikachu, and Captain Falcon. Now, people have taken that and have since expanded on that in a major way. Check this out. Look at the entire roster here that is available to play on this downloadable, version of it, which I'm surprised is still up considering Nintendo is out there. But what's even better about this is they found the original announcer to do the voices for the intros here. Have you seen this, Vera?
I'm not.
Oh my gosh. Be ready to have your mind melted with nostalgia. Check this out.
Maria! Dr. Mario! Dinosaur! Yeah! Sonic!
Pretty cool.
That is so cool.
Pretty cool that they found him. And they get to let's just listen to this a little bit longer, man. This is really fun.
She! Ho-ho! Banjo and Coakley!
Like, that's how cool is that, huh? Which, we can go through and watch all these. You see Conker right there, Mewtwo, Crash Bandicoot over here, which is just like, how fun is that? I love seeing this. I love that they actually went in and found the original announcer, I guess paid him to do it, patched it up, and you can still play this. I got to find a way to check this out. Maybe we can play this over on Plus or do a game night on this or something, because I'm sure they have online play and all sorts of stuff with this. Very, very cool. I want to hear a Crash Bandicoot.
Crash!
Yeah, let's go. So they brought his polygon model into this and turned him into a Smash Brothers character. How cool is that, huh? Love it. This continued here. It says, oh my God, I'm in tears. Let's say you win a game as Crash Bandicoot.
This game's winner!
Pretty fun.
That's so cool.
Oh my gosh. Little nostalgia here.
Yeah.
Which is great. If anybody knows where I can find that, let me know, because I'd be totally down. I'm sure that they've expanded on the break the targets and hitting the, with the baseball. That was such a fun mini game. The baseball mini game where you got to hit the bag. It's fun stuff. So there we go. Blabs, did you see any of that? Did you like any of that? Do you care about any of that?
First of all, I like Crash Bandicoot. So
Did you like Smash Brothers?
I barely ever played the Smash Brothers ever. So like that to me, I don't have any nostalgia for it. But Crash Bandicoot, I used to play the shit out on the PlayStation 1 with my sister.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking fun game. So I like the sound effects.
Crash Bandicoot is legit. It's also fun to see when you see a crossover like that from like the PlayStation onto the N64. It's so surreal to see that thing. I love it. Very, very cool. And the nostalgia attached to that is big. And more than anything, those guys, anytime you see something like that, they take so much time and effort to bring that over and make it right. They do such a good job with that. It's really, really fun. All right. Let's go ahead and make sure everybody heads over to Side Scrollers Plus, because coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to be doing our call-in show. And so we'd love for you guys to join us, which allows you guys the opportunity to join us and be silly with us and chime in. We haven't done it in a few weeks. Use promo code PLUS to get a discount on an annual membership over at Side Scrollers Plus. We have some great announcements coming for you guys. Some new events on the way, as well as some potential new partners. Just throwing it out there, which is great. Wise Mac says, I don't get people who don't like the intermission races. The point of World is to race in rallies, not regular tracks. Most of the people complaining have never played something like Dirt before. I guess people just want the ability to kind of race the races and not play Dirt. You know, maybe that's the idea. He says, like I said, the only way to get third-party games on the Switch 2 was key cards. Don't blame Nintendo. Blame third-party publishers for refusing to do the work to optimize their games to fit on the cart.
I think it could be a bit of both. I still feel Nintendo deserves a little bit of the blame. Nintendo is certainly not blameless in this situation. But companies being bad at optimizing their games now is also a major problem.
I think there's something to that, but the idea that optimizing your game for a console that you didn't necessarily have an opportunity to work with, because a lot of those games, well, okay, I think for big third-party publishers who are releasing their game like with the launch of the Switch, they probably had dev kits. But there's a lot of games that, well, no, my argument's void, because we're talking about games that are released for the Switch 2 on a game key card. I was thinking like Switch games that were brought over and ported automatically.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so my argument's void. Stupid me. Okay, let's get to some supers, guys. Thank you very much. We're going to read every single one, including Ian, once again. It says, you could have gone and gotten a Kirby ketchup keychain in that scrolling time, or done cosmetic surgery in a city that sounds like a chili. That's right. Blabs, by the way, I saw in the private chat that you did get it. I looked back at my clock. It took you 7.5 minutes to find it.
So yeah, and the thing is, I couldn't even find that full list, right?
Oof.
But I found the original stuff, and for posterity, because like the website was starting to glitch out on me, Blue Sky, for looking at so many things, I took all these screenshots, so I have them on Twitter so everybody can see them, that they're legit. So first of all, this person was talking about Anna, or whatever the fuck his real name was. I don't know, that weird grapist.
Yeah.
So victimizing the grapist. Another one is he wants to come to like Nazi pictures of Pippa or whatever. So there's that too. This is the Nazi list in question. It's going on and on. There's that one as well. Fuck Kirsche, fuck Silver, fuck Pippa.
Wow.
And then there's these here as well. And then there's more add-ons every time to the list.
It seems like a totally rational and reasonably healthy mentally individual right there.
Talking about how they're the VTuber community is sick and twisted. They are not us. We are not them.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, they are very mentally sound.
Yeah, so yeah, that was fun. Kind of want to gouge out my eyes.
Well, thanks for your bravery, Blabs. Graham says, if these freaks put half as much time into working as an actual job as they do posting on Twitter, I bet a bunch of this crap would dry up. Montez, yes, I hear you. I hear you on that. They are trying to grift their way to monetization heaven. I don't think Blue Sky offers anything like that though, but you can see that all the way on X all the time. Speaking of grifting, if you guys want to head over to twitch.tv/Stuttering Craig and use your free Amazon Prime on us, we would greatly appreciate that. You can head over there. When you use your Prime over us, people don't know this, that if you have Amazon Prime, you can sync it up with your Twitch and then you gift a free sub to somebody. It'll give us like $3 for free. And obviously we appreciate that. Allows us to continue to do what we do on a day-to-day basis. So, we appreciate you guys watching over on Twitch, you guys watching over on Kick, you guys watching over on Rumble, and of course, you guys joining us over on Plus. Let's get to some of these super chats before we get to our call-in show over here. Blabs, fire away.
Damn it. Anyway, hello. Sorry, I'm like doing 5 things because I have to keep catching up on the supers. All right. Joey for 5 says, anybody who buys any Nintendo products for the online experience is an idiot. Nintendo has been good at the online aspect of gaming, nor have they cared to be. West, for one, says, Craig, you have to buy the new N64 form analog, which is sold out right now, so eBay is your best beat when it comes out in July. 64 emulation is awfully here. Here's the link to ROM Hack.
ROM
There
hack,
you go.
yes. Okay.
Zap says they finally added the downvote cape to Helldivers. Only took them long enough. Tin says Nintendo takes the Diddy and Diddy Kong seriously, huh? Montez. John says Fleshy Kong.
Gross.
Spencer Pretend says this is the last straw, Microsoft. I'm switching to Linux. Frost for one says thank you guys for giving me and my boy Nathaniel Bandy some love. Definitely check out his challenge videos sometimes if you haven't. They're amazing. Wes says, at Vara Dark, the problem with Dante's Infernos is it pushed Catholic view of hell, which is wrong. Read The Great Divorce, C.S. Lewis. It will teach the correct Orthodox view of the hell, TLDR. We're all destined to do the same Eshkant, but experience is differently 500 character limit, so can't explain YouTube. Yeah, okay, thanks, Wes. Dethu says, okay, children and Gotham series freaks, Mario Kart World transition to treks are the staple mechanic. Get used to it or get the fuck out. Okay. Steven says, Blabs is like the henchman from Spaceball. We ain't found shit. Ad says, how in the world did Craig meet Blabs? Florida.
Met her in
Joey-
Florida, yes. Yes.
Joey says, let's open up a real Arkham Asylum.
That's not really like a good answer. How did we meet? And you just go Florida. We met.
Well,
we met
there's
at
a
a meetup in
video
Florida.
out there somewhere explaining it, right? Yeah.
What?
TLDR.
Excellent. All right.
Erica says she went back to the character creator screen. Rod says, fun fact, catsup is how they say ketchup on mechs. Okay.
All right, Rod.
As is Blabs a legit comedian. You're the only one that thinks so, but thank you. Thumb Ugly, great name, says, I have a ketchup tattoo. It's a Foods duct tape. And then Mercer says, Grey Poupon on his best mustard. Barbecue sauce is bad. There you go.
Barbecue sauce is the best.
He said is bad. I don't know.
It's the best.
Right.
Favorite gaming consoles.
Oh, yeah. So I made a post about this on Plus asking everybody what their favorite gaming console is and why.
Maybe we'll discuss the post show. How's that?
Maybe. Okay. Well, I mean, somebody sent that super chat in, so I have to answer now. I would say Wii. Just personally
I'd
for me.
say N64 or Xbox 360.
Super Nintendo or Xbox 360, for sure. Tenarian came in with the 10, says, the day physical games die is the day I go 100% retro. No emulation for me. Time is money, and if it ain't worth my money, it ain't worth my time. There we go, Tenarian. And then he said, Garanzis were relevant for about 12 years in history and long before any of us were born. They got that name because they were members of the NSDAP, the National Socialist German Workers' Party, which no longer exists. There are no current day Nazis. Tenarian, stop having common sense. Give it up for Reptile 7 and Uberbrow, who used their Prime sub on us. We really appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much for your support over at twitch.tv/Stuttering Craig. Finally, Prof. Plaguebat says third-party games needed a game key card is a misdirection when Puyo Puyo Tetris, 2 is less than 10 gigabytes. Something is at play here. Game Hunter says, does Kick or Rumble let me send my supers uncensored? No, but Plus does. And Ectotoad used their Prime sub. Really appreciate that. That's awesome. Okay, with that said, we are going to head over to Side Scrollers Plus right now. Use your common sense, guys. Open up that window right now. Join us. We're closing in on a record number of Plus members. We continue to provide tremendous value. Not only do you get us, you get Kirsche, you get Lady Desiree, you get Wicked Virtue, and a number of new Plus creators coming very, very soon. You get to watch American Pie with us. You get Blabs Versus. You get season 2 of Nerd Duel and tons of other things, including our special events. So we would love for you guys to join us today over at Side Strollers Plus. Use promo code PLUS to get a discount on an annual membership. You want to go month to month? Awesome. Do it. Join us over there. You like the Montez stuff? Get all the stuff on Plus, just like you if you were to do a Montez over here for the same price. It's a great way to support us, and we'd really appreciate that. With that said, guys, you guys watching over on Kick, have a great rest of your day. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. You guys watching over on Twitch, have a great day. We'll see you guys later. Bye. Bye, Twitch. See you guys later. You guys watching over on Rumble, you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. And you guys watching over on YouTube, remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. Have a great day. See you guys later. Bye. Bye.
Fatality.